mga kamorkada, mga kapamilya, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Manila, and the whole world. We're very happy nakasama natin sila today here sa Good Time To. We have international artist and songwriter Brian McKnight Jr. and the Philippines, the queen of R&B. We have Kyla dito sa ating programa. Hi Brian, hi Kyla, welcome sa Good Time To.
Howdy.
Good morning, mga kamorkada!
Aba, sobrang handsome at beautiful ang ating kasama today. So, dapat pang malakas ang intro tulad ng ginagawa namin dito sa Good Time To. So, we'll start with Kyla so you can teach Brian how to introduce yourselves here in the Philippines. Go, Miss Kyla!
Oh no, mahirap to! Always the first time. Okay. Hello, mga kamorkada. This is, the happy Kyla!
Yeah! The happy Brian, right? The happy Kyla. Yun ang importante, Miss Kyla.
Correct.
Always happy tayo,
Yes,
diba?
especially this morning, guys, diba? So, Brian, Kyla already showed you how to greet our viewers right now. So, Brian, could you please greet our viewers watching on Facebook and YouTube right now for our show, Good Time Talk. So, Brian, anytime you're ready.
Hilarious. Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian McKnight Jr., and I'm the luckiest here. I hope that works.
Yeah, definitely works.
We love a lucky friend, Brian, because that luck will translate to money very soon. Loto-loto din tayo pag may time, mga kamarkada.
And happiness too, Maki. Don't forget, luck doesn't happen without happiness, of course, with Kyla. So, Kyla and Brian, thank you so much for joining us right now. And, Brian, let's start off. And Kyla, Miss Kyla, of course, your latest single, wow, Cause of You, Koi, guys. Eto nga, the music video of your song already recently has just hit what, more than 100K views on YouTube. Congrats, guys!
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sobrang trending to Brian. Congratulations under Thursday Records. Can you tell us more about your duet with Kyla?
Oh my gosh. I keep saying it, and I will say it over and over again, probably forever, because I love it so much. But it was truly an honor to have the legend herself grace this song of mine that, 19-year-old me wrote and never thought much would come of it, honestly. And to see it officially be out and, creating the incredibly positive response that it's gotten, both the song and the video have just been incredible, and we could not have done it without the incredible Kyla. So, I'm just super thankful, more thankful than I can express. That's without a doubt.
Wow. And of course, Kyla, you always have songs, especially now dadagdag na rin to sa playlist of what we're going to listen to. You have always collaborated with international artists, but how did this collab with Brian start to begin with? Okay, yes, you need that kay Miss Kyla. So,
how did it start?
Yeah.
Actually, it's always been a dream of Shopee. Okay, am I Shopee?
Oo, medyo Shopee, Miss Kyla, but okay na.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, well, it's always been a dream of mine to do a collab with Brian McKnight. When I heard the song, well, when they told me about this and I'm gonna be doing a duet with Brian McKnight, I was so ecstatic. I was so happy, saya ko. And of course, you all know the song "Marry Your Daughter," right? That she wrote. Such a big hit in the Philippines. And when they told me, sinabi na sa akin, oh, we're gonna be doing a duet, sobrang saya ko talaga. And then, yun lang. I feel, if Brian, if you think you're lucky, I feel thrice as lucky. Yeah.
Triple the
thrice, but thrice.
I love it.
triple the luckiness and happiness, mga kamorkada. Pero Brian, na-mention, I think Miss Kyla already mentioned that your song, Marry Your Daughter, has always been a hit here in the Philippines, especially during Filipino weddings, Brian. And we love you here in the Philippines, Brian.
Thank you.
How is Koi, or Cause of You, similar with Marry Your Daughter for you?
Oh gosh. I mean, beyond the obvious ability to be wedding songs, both those songs are about that kind of love that you want to last forever, that you're willing to work for to ensure that it lasts forever. Um, and I don't think it's any coincidence, as I've said before, that I actually wrote these two songs within maybe the same week or two of each other, back when I was 18. And for whatever reason, that was just the vibe I was in. I don't know if I was planning on getting married or anything like that, but that was whatever I was being pulled to write at that time. And I'm so thankful because Marry Your Daughter in itself, really changed my life as a songwriter, and allowed me to live, to be able to, it afforded me the kind of life that allows me to do this full time. And from there, having Because of You as to be the kind of B-side almost, or that next offering I can give because of what everyone out there did for Marry Your Daughter is just like it's a cherry on top and really a dream come true. And I think it really just proves that this type of music is still relevant and it still does have a fan base out there that wants to fall in love and feel butterflies in their stomach and, have that first perfect kiss and stuff like that. Because I'm such a hopeless romantic. So that's, you get a lot of that from my music. And these two songs in particular, I think showcase that perfectly, for me as a songwriter. I'm all about love. I can't help it.
It's okay, Brian, because us Filipinos, and I'm sure all of our listeners, most of us are romantic, diba? So the touch of love and every song hits you really, everyone
Yeah.
could relate to. So, Kyla, and eto na, aside from the single, you also have the music video, tulad na sinabi natin kanina, more than 100K views on YouTube. So, with, of course, PBB big winner, Aji Salvacion and Brent Manalo. Can you tell us more about this MV, Kyla, of Cause of You?
Okay, the music video, yung concept niya is, and the love like transcends like online, whatever. Parang ganun siya. So like Brian shot his part in Hollywood, and then we shot my scenes here, my shots here in the Philippines with Ange and Brent, na sobrang nakaka-Gen Z. Sobrang nakakatawa na they agreed to do this music video with us. Kasi ang dami din nilang mga following, mga fans, ganyan. And like, we're just so out. And I think a lot of people can relate to this, yung ganitong long distance relationship. Kasi diba, marami naman talaga may mga ganong klase ng relationship here. So yeah, that's about like kung yung parang summary ng ng story ng music video.
Oh. Oh my God, nakakakilig yung nga Miss Kyla, di ba? Siyempre, Brian and Kyla, there's so many comments on your lyric video and the music video of Koi or Cause of You about kilig. Brian, do you know what's kilig in the first place?
It's like butterflies, right? It's like something like that, right? I learned
Yes.
that. See, I learned that.
Oh, okay.
Pinoy talaga to in real life, si Brian McKnight Jr., mga kamarkada. Alam na niya yung kilig, di ba, Miss Kyla? Pero what makes you feel kilig these days, Brian and Kyla? Let's start with Brian. Brian, what makes you feel kilig these days?
Um, not to be too sappy, but my children, my children give me that now. Those precious moments I have, especially with my newborn. She looks at me and she smiles and I just melt. I can't help it. I don't have as many opportunities these days for the other side of butterflies. I think I took well advantage of that when I was younger. So now, God was like, I'm gonna give you these kids, man, so you can feel it in a more well-rounded and more wholesome way. So with my son who's 8 now, my oldest daughter who's 4, they'll seeing their little smiles, man, seeing them get happy, even in those moments where they may be a little sad and they come to daddy and they're like, I love you, or they need that nurturing. That gives me that feeling now, and it gives me more motivation to just keep going and ensure that they keep those little smiles on their faces. So that's mine, that's me.
Oh.
Sharing that kind of happiness, go Maki.
Totoo yan. Parang, kaya pa hindi ako kinikilig mga kamorkada kasi wala pa akong children. Sana all my children pala, Bob. Kyla, di ba? Alam, may
So,
children
yeah,
na
si Kyla naman, we need to ask, what makes you feel kilig these days, Kyla?
Ako, sa totoo lang, yung mga simpleng bagay, like waking up with a breakfast prepared for you by your husband, ganyan, sobrang nakakakilig yun, gising ka, your food is ready, and actually, yung mga ganong bagay, and like when yung anak ko, my son, like when he tells me, Mommy, you're the best in the world, you look so beautiful, yung mga ganyan, when he tells you things like that, parang nakakakilig yun, parang it warms my heart, like hearing sweet words from your son and your husband, ganyan. And maraming bagay, sa totoo lang, maraming bagay ngayon na nagpapakilig sa akin. Yung mga like when I go to shows, like, tapos like, yung kung paano ka in-receive ng audience mo, and like when they're so warm and they appreciate you and they clap, ganyan, it makes me so kilig. Kasi diba, like now, balik na ulit, may mga ganun naman events, it makes me so happy. Ganyan.
Oh. So, kaya papakiligin kita today. Let's go, mga kamorkada.
Yes! More butterflies in our stomach, Brian. Yes! This morning. So, we truly have para tuloy-tuloy ang continue on good vibes this morning, Brian, Kyla. So, speaking of butterflies or happiness, we have a challenge prepared for you guys right here on Good Time To. This is the Filipino and Bisaya word challenge. Brian, I know backstage we were talking that you wanted to go back here in the Philippines. So in time for your return here in the Philippines, here's a little preparation for you. So
yes.
You could be prepared. Yes. And of course, Miss Kyla, since eto para itetest ka ni Maki ngayon sa Bisaya. So, Maki, explain natin paano
si Kyla, mga kamorkada. So, I'll teach you Bisaya words, Kyla, today. Okay? So, we'll be having a few words. You're just going to mention it. And syempre, you just think what it means. Parang hulaan nyo lang kung what it means. Okay? So, we'll just enjoy and have fun, mga kamorkada. Kayo din. Don't forget to comment sa aking comment section now na. Kasi it's time for Koy, Cause of You, Filipino and Bisaya Words Challenge. Kaya,
wait,
guys,
before we start, Maki, I think, Brian, how are you feeling, Brian, right now?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I thought you were kind of tense because when I was watching you while Maki was explaining the mechanics, you were like, you're really concentrating.
I'm trying to dial it in. I'm trying to get my thinking cap on.
Okay. How about you, Miss Kyla? How are you feeling? Ready ba?
Nakabahan ako.
Kakabahan ka talaga, Miss Kyla. Hirap-hirap neto, 100%. Kaya, eto na, mga kamarkada, ang ating unang sasabak is si Brian McKnight Jr. Kaya, let's start with Brian McKnight Jr., guys. Our Filipino words ay, ito.
Here we go.
You have to read it, Brian. Our first word is...
Mahal kita.
Mahal kita. What do you think
Mahal
that means?
Kita.
Okay, ang second word.
What I think that means, the first one? I don't know. I miss you, something like that.
I miss you. Okay.
Kind of close.
There.
Yes, close.
Brian, the next word.
Next one. Maraming salamat po.
Okay.
That's very good.
And the third word.
Let me see. Dahil sa'yo.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Almost there. It's dahil sa'yo. There.
Dahil sa'yo.
Okay.
And the fourth word, Brian.
Pogi Echo.
You have to shout out loud. Pogi ako. Again, Brian. 1, 2, 3, go.
Pogi ako.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll check what it means, Brian, so that you can use these words in the future.
Perfect.
Mahal kita means, ayan, let's check it out. Mahal kita is, I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
Good.
Maraming salamat po is, thank you
very much.
Thank you very much.
And our third word.
Before that, Maki, so for you, Brian, what do you think was the meaning of maraming salamat po when you said it a while ago?
I was actually gonna say you're welcome, so that's really funny.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah, almost there, almost there. Yeah. And the third word is dahil sa'yo, which is same with the title of your single,
I
Cause of
love it.
You.
I love
That's
it.
it.
I
Kasi you know how to
definitely have to remember
speak.
that one.
Okay.
You can use it in your promotions in the future,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
your most favorite word for the day is pogi ako, which means I am handsome. Di ba, Miss
I love
Kyla?
it.
Oo.
I love it.
Handsome na handsome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
di
that's
ba?
why, Brian, that's the
Oh,
reason why you have to say it with full confidence.
I
Because,
got it.
okay.
I
So,
love it. Thank
Okay.
you.
ayan.
So, nalampasan ni Brian McKnight Jr. ang ating Filipino Words Challenge. Now, for Miss Kyla, dito naman tayo sa Bisaya Word Challenge, Kyla. First word natin is?
Maayong buntag.
What?
Yes.
Anong meaning nun, Miss Kyla, for you?
Magandang umaga.
Ay, yes, in fairness.
So good. It's so good.
Lumalaban, yes.
Lumalaban.
That's good.
Ito,
Okay.
next word natin is?
Nilupad ang mga langgam. Dumami ang mga langgam.
Okay.
Almost
Sige.
there.
Puro mahula lang muna tayo. Sige, how about yung third word natin, Kyla?
Mahusay ko.
Mahusay ko.
Magaling ako.
Oh.
Almost there. You have to shout
Okay.
it. You have to shout it loud. Out loud,
Yeah.
Kyla. Mahusay ko.
Mahusay ko.
Ayan. Almost.
Okay.
And ang ating fourth
Okay.
word. Go.
Ikaw ang hinungdan. Ikaw ang
Okay.
dahilan.
Okay. Tingnan natin kung tama ang hinulaan ni Miss Kyla.
Si Maki, si Maki tinitingnan ko kung tama ba? Kasi syempre si
Yung
Maki
mga reaction ko ba? Ay,
Oo.
ayan, tingnan natin. Tingnan natin kung tama si Miss Kyla, mga kamarkada. Let's go!
Here are
Ayan.
the
Maayong
fairness first.
buntag is good morning. 1 point kay Miss Kyla.
Okay.
Ang nilupad ng mga langgam is birds are flying. Parang on the wings of love.
Mm.
Nilupad ang mga langgam.
Mm.
Langgam sa Bisaya, Kyla, is birds. Ayan. Parang hindi siya ants. And syempre, ang third one, it's mahusay ko is I am beautiful. Mahusay in Bisaya and waray-waray is beautiful. And ikaw ang hinungdan is cause of you. Okay? Ang meaning. Pero at least alam mo na rin, Kyla, yung meaning ng cause of you. Ikaw ang hinungdan. Ayan. Ikaw ang dahilan dahil sa'yo because of you. Kaya nalapasan nyo guys ang ating Filipino
Thank you so much, guys.
Challenge.
Thank you.
Hopefully you can come and visit the Philippines very soon, Brian, and Miss
Definitely.
Kyla dito sa Visayas.
Yes.
And syempre, Kyla and Brian, ano ba yung advice nyo? What's your advice to all our kamarkadas who are looking for their koi or their reason because of you? Kyla, what's your advice to our kamarkadas?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but based from my experience na lang. I did not look for love. I didn't try to look for it anywhere. Dumating na lang siya. So, like, I mean, if you really want to find your one and true love, you have to pray about it. Like I used to pray a lot at night, and I always ask God, God, please, let me meet the man that I can love forever, the man who's God-fearing, mga ganon. All the qualities that I want in a man, I prayed about it. So siguro ganon, kung ano yung mga gusto nyong characteristics ng mga lalaki, gusto nyo God-fearing, loving, truthful, someone who will not cheat. Sorry. Just pray about it.
Yes.
Just pray about
Saying
it.
the truth, right? Diba?
Yeah. Diba? Ask and you will receive.
Totoo, yes.
It will come to you in the right time and right place.
Baka Miss Kyla, kulang pa ako sa prayers, so, di ba? Mag-aalap ako ng mga itlog sa kay Mama Mary, mga ganun mga kamarkada, mag-aalap ako ng mga itlog.
Yeah. Pero we learned the advice of Kyla. How about you, Brian? In line with your single cause of you, what advice could you give to our viewers, to our kamarkadas watching right now, looking for the reason, for the reason of their for the new reason for their lives?
Gosh. Kyla's answer was perfect. Let me see if I can somehow balance that out. I would say, if you're constantly also working on being the best version of yourself as to be someone that, is worthy of being prayed for, will definitely lead you in the right direction. You may not find that person instantly, but you'll definitely better your chances of being happy and being loved. If you yourself have, are showing that love to yourself, if you are just exuding that radiant love and that consciousness of, being inviting to someone that's ready to balance and be there for you, chances are you'll find that person. If you're putting that frequency out there, they'll come, but you got to have that discernment not to be falling in love with everybody, because that can get messy. So, take it from me. I've tried and failed many times, but it works out. You will find that person for sure eventually if you keep on it, if you keep going.
Oh,
Yes.
sana all, mga kabarkada,
Great
mag-fight
words
kayo.
for Brian and Kyla. Guys, thank you so much, of course, for
Thank
taking the
you.
time, for
Of
joining
course.
us right now here at
Thank you
Good
for having
Time
us.
To. And of course, you're single. Invite our viewers, our kamarkadas, to stream Koi and to follow you on your social media pages, of course. For the next time you'll be here, Brian, we'll know. So through your pages. So, Miss Kyla, let's start with you. Please promote your latest single.
Yes, sana mga kabarkada, you could support us, Koi, because of you, by yours truly and the amazing Brian McKnight Jr. You can stream this online. It's available on all digital platforms. It's under Tarshir Records. And also you can watch our music video on Tarshir Records YouTube channel. So please support us. It's a beautiful song. Pwede niyo itong i-dedicate sa inyong mga fiancé, sa inyong mga husband and wives, to your children, to your best friends, to everybody.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
And Brian?
Yes, likewise. Please share this with your loved ones, and I love that you said friends, because it's a love song for everyone in your life that you love. It doesn't necessarily even have to be just your romantic people. Whoever you have in your life, that's that person who you're able to put your guard down for and be vulnerable and be loving with. This is for y'all from the bottom of my heart. And shout out to Tarshir and everybody there that's helping us with this, and especially for everyone watching the music video and streaming already. We appreciate you so much. So keep fighting for it to, break as many barriers as it can and reach as many people possible, and just bring some more love into everyone's life. We want you to be a part of that, and we thank you so much.
Oh, God. Thank you so much, Kyla and Brian McKnight Jr. for sharing your music sa ating mga kamarkadas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, especially us here na mga hopeless romantic. Thank you so much for joining us, Brian.
Thank you.
Oras na mga morgada para basahin pa yung mga humahabol niyong reaksyon. Hinggil dito sa kwento natin.
And still playing off our favorite songs in Beautiful Morning. At sa lahat ating mga madlang people, daming salamat for always staying tuned dito sa MOR.
And to all those who are listening and out pa sa ilang trabahoan, pati pagyapod sa work. Good evening po.
Okay, sorry mga morgada, magandang umaga mga nakikinig sa atin.
Ilabas na lahat ng feels dahil #GoodTimeTo tayo.